What's going on, YouTube? Ali Dope. I'm checking in once again, and the time has come to announce the giveaway winners. Yes, sir.
If you ain't first, you're last. You know?
Thank you to all the participants for taking the time out to enter in the contest. There was a lot of cool stories, a lot of dope concepts, and a lot of cool photos that came out of this. Now, before we get to my concept, let's go over the winners. Our second place winner goes to Kinsei Visuals. I thought this design was cool because they used the shark as a main focus. Great use of lighting and shadows, the color, the realism of the objects, they really came out cool. Very out of the box idea. Congratulations. And with the first place winner, it is VD H1161. This concept was truly new world, man. I love the use of the clock stand. It was very creative. That's what first caught my eye. I love the realism on the glow in the snow globe at the bottom as well. It was really cool. Also, how the rocks were used to create an entryway to look over the vast new world. That was awesome. Out of the box thinking. And then the floating planets. That was just the icing on the cake, man. Overall, great colors, great concept, and great use of techniques. Thank you again to everybody who participated in the contest. Don't worry, I will be having more contests and a couple of special things coming up in the near future. Just stay tuned. In the meantime, all the winners, I'll be DMing you about how to get your prizes, so be on the lookout for that. All right, so let's hop into it. So first, I just kind of wanted a more of a spacey type theme for my new world. So I started off with like a snowy landscape. I wanted to put the sharks in the sky and have it like over in, like it was leaving like the warehouse or something like that. So I used the castle as like the warehouse to where the aliens or whoever would be leaving from. And it's like the warehouse and all of the mountains are as tall as the city, so all you see is like a snowy scape over the city. So that was like my concept going into that, and I just used different elements. All right, so after changing the colors of the actual castle to match like the bluish rockish, I went and used the waves picture, and I think I used some of the rocks out of that, and I put the castle on top of the rock, so it looks like, oh, it's like a big huge rock in the sky type of energy. I used some of the birds from the beach photo to add that, you know, animalistic element to it as well. I also used the other part of the castle to create like a different type of castle, so it's like it was wrapping around the building instead of just the castle itself. Okay, so I started adding like the clock in there, like if it was being, you know, covered by the snow. I thought that was pretty cool. After that, I started putting the sharks in the sky. I thought that would be a different worldly element if as below as above, like flip the skies to the ocean to the below. That was kind of the idea, really. So I just started adding like some lightnings around the sharks, so it looks like, oh, they're swimming through the sky, fighting lightning, things like that. Now after that, I start adding this glow from the ship that would be reflecting onto the castle and the rocks in that area, and I just did that with a simple gradient. I've done that in a few tutorials before, so it wasn't too hard. A little gauge and blur, set the opacity to soft light, brought the opacity down a little bit, and I added some glow within the actual spaceship itself, just so I can give those lights a little bit more of a glowing vibe. I added some highlights where I thought the sun would be coming from, and the shadows as well. So now you gotta add some curves, adjustments, get the exposure right. This one I'm playing more or less with the sky because I really want that dark winter night feel. Now dope. Now to get that more realistic wintry feel, I went ahead and made some snow particles using the noise and some filter gallery effects. And I think that really brought out the winter feel of the whole image. Now to double down on that whole snow look, I added some fog around the city, and now I'm gonna add a few snow caps on top of the clock that looks like it's falling into the snow, because that's what I feel like would happen if it was covered with snow. It'd have a little snow on top of it. Alright, after that I added a few brushes to add a little fog and things like that for the overall scheme. I adjusted the color grade, the overall color and gradient look to give it that bluish hue. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Not too crazy. I felt like it was a pretty easy design. I just wanted to practice thinking outside the box a little bit with my ideas. Okay, creators, we're about 400 subscribers away from the 5K, baby! Yes, sir! So please, please, please comment, like, and most importantly, subscribe. Tell your mans to subscribe too. Get us over that hump, because we're going to keep going to the moon. 50K, 100K, we on the way. Yes, sir. But in the meantime, in between time, you guys, keep creating, keep hustling, and y'all know what's most important. Keep learning. Ali Dope, I'm checking out. Until next time. Yes, sir.